Guys, look at her. I can't believe that I'm here. I literally have this on my bucket list of things that I want to go to. And I'm here. And right in front, there's literally a tulip festival with thousands, I would say, tulips. Oh my god. How awesome. Yay! Dude, there's no way. There's no way, Garrett. Bro, look at the box. We had to eat some breakfast before going in, and this is how Kyra looks. And I was like, we don't have any napkins. And I was like, but what's so funny is the three of us are munching down on those croissant, chocolate all over our face, and a lady actually came up to us and was like, excuse me, where'd you guys get that? And I literally had to search up on my map to like show her where it was at. I guess it looked pleasing, even though we were all covered in it. Kyra, you still have it. Oh my god. It is time. Oh my goodness. Look at it. It does. It smells so good. Oh my god, there's books everywhere. Guys, there's literally a ladder. How amazing. So cool. The third floor has the cafe, and there's also the magazines and a ton of cookbooks. Or there's horror over there. There's scary books. I thought it said horror. It says humor. Whoops. That's definitely humor. Okay, well this is like kind of like miscellaneous floor. Psychology, technology, there's nursing, humor, sports, a whole floor of just that. Up to the fourth floor. I want to read this one. 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 I've read that one. I want to read this one. I've read that one. I've read that one. I've read that one. Dude, this one, I've never heard of this one. By Freida McFadden. And I just read the synopsis. It sounds so freaking good. I want to buy it so bad and read it right now. have like when the authors come. This is so freaking cool, like the book signings. As you can tell, I'm back home now. I am so excited to talk about the books that I got. As you can see, I did indeed only get 2. I don't know where the self-control came from, but honestly, I've been loving it. This year, I told myself that I need to be more intentional with my buying and specifically like go on a book buying ban. I haven't been really putting pressure on myself with saying book buying ban. It's just, if I'm gonna buy it, that means I'm gonna have to read it within a month sort of thing and not let it get on the shelf and collect dust like the other books on my shelf are doing. And so when I was in Barnes & Noble in New York City, I stayed to my goal and I only got 2 books. And these are 2 books that I am extremely excited to read. The very first book that I got is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I honestly sound like a broken record at this point when I say this book is so popular. It feels like everyone and their mother, no, I shouldn't say, it just doesn't really feel like everyone and their mother, it just feels like everyone has been talking about this book. This book is extremely popular right now in the book world, and whenever I buy books that are extremely popular and whenever I buy books that are extremely popular and I read them, I fall in love with them. It ends up being such a wonderful, lovely experience. So when people, you know, just nonstop talk about a specific book and they say it's 5 stars, they loved every second of it, it makes a girl want to buy the book. So that's what we did here. I am so damn excited for this book. This is the type of book that I've never read before. There's like some sort of time travel. Honestly, don't even know. But that's, if you're new here, welcome. I like going into books very, very blindly. So honestly, I can't even tell you what this book is about. I want to say it's like a romance, but way more. I like, there's a man and a woman, 7 years in between, or like 7 years in the like time travel 7. I don't even know. I just know that it's like a romance, there's time travel, and that's it. So many people have rated this 5 stars and just have been head over heels over it. So I knew that when I was going to allow myself to buy a book, that this was definitely going to be one of the ones. Warm, funny, heartbreakingly hopeful, magical. She is also the same author as The Dead Romantics, and I also really, really wanted to buy that one. Knowing that I was going into Barnes & Noble, one naturally makes a list in their head of what books they want to buy. I was going to buy The 7-Year Slip and The Dead Romantics. After reading Divine Rivals, I found out that I love romantasy and I just wanted to get my grimy little hands on more fantasy, more romantasy, and I am really, really intrigued to read the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. I think it's a trilogy. I believe that's what it's called. But a lot of people recommend to read the Caraval series before reading the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. Some people say that you do not need to read this series before reading Once Upon a Broken Heart. Some people say that this is awful, they didn't like it, they don't recommend it, you don't need to read it before reading Once Upon a Broken Heart. But then there's a lot of people too who say that they loved the series, it was a magical, amazing, like amazing experience, and they recommend to read this before Once Upon a Broken Heart. Also, people have read the Once Upon a Broken Heart series and then reads this series. Honestly, you can do what you want. I am intrigued to read Caraval, so I ended up just buying the first book. Old me would have bought the entire series, but I'm pumping the brakes on buying. So I told myself, just buy the first book and see if you like it. This is also YA, which intrigues me so much because I love YA. And not to make myself sound bad, but I'm not like the brightest crayon, you know? I'm not like brilliant. So fantasy obviously intimidates me because words are hard and the world building is hard. So if you say it's YA, naturally it makes it a lot more easier for my noggin. Makes it easier. It's for young adults, for them to understand. So as a 22-year-old woman, knowing that this is YA makes me extremely excited because then it's going to work and digest in my head. And yet again, I do not know anything about this book. A legendary competition, a mesmerizing romance, an unbreakable bond between two sisters. Oh, you see, I didn't even know it was about two sisters. Wonderful. I had such a lovely experience shopping at Barnes & Noble. Thank you so very much for coming along with me. I really hope you enjoyed. And if you want to see more of my New York City trip, I will be uploading a vlog of my trip. So definitely keep your eyes out for that. Your eyes out for that? Definitely keep your eyes out for that. Definitely keep your eyes out for that. Why does that sound so weird? Anyways, if you recently have bought any books, please let me know down in the comments which books you bought recently. If you made it to the very end, thank you so very much for still being here. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!